the temple at midnight was the concept. It was like coming to a little temple, maybe we're in, Kathmandu or somewhere, but we're just a few musicians. It's in the midnight. We're in a temple, and then I could play whatever I wanted. So I could play old songs, I could play Beatles songs if I wanted. They all fit in the temple. So our rented house became the temple at midnight.
Right. And wherever you listen to the album becomes the temple at midnight.
Yeah, and it was that feeling. I wanted people to feel like, hey, can you spend 52 minutes with me? Just come into my temple for 52 minutes. I know you don't listen to music like that anymore, but maybe just for people trust me and David, and I think we could invite them into that temple for that while. And so that was it. But this is Riverman. Close to the water, that's my plan. River is my teacher. Close to the water, that's where I am. River is my teacher. Clean or dirty, that's the way she goes. She says it's not about the water, it's all about the flow. I know, 'cause I am the riverman. I am the riverman. Close to the water, I'm on holy ground. The river is my teacher. I love to hear her singing, I love that sound. The river is my teacher. She takes the path of least resistance every time, I know. She says it's not about the distance, it's all about the flow. I know, 'cause I am the riverman. I am the riverman. And I could have been a carpenter, carving Buddhas out of trees. And I could have been a fisherman, sailing out on the seas. Yeah, but I became a ferryman, and in ones and twos and threes, I carry you over to the other side. Carry other side, carry you over to the other side of the riverman. Cross this river deep and wide. Well, you can take my hand. I am the riverman. Man.
Do you remember where you were when that song came to you?
I do. I really do. It was a special moment. I was walking in a park. It was a park in Nuremberg where David's mum lived, and we were hanging out there. We were there for a week or two, and I'd gone for a walk, and I'd made a practice. You'll probably do the same. I don't know if you do it, but what I like to do is I'll just get the phone and I go for a walk and I put it on record and I just talk to myself, or I just talk ideas, or just let it run the whole time, so people don't think you're weird because you're talking on the phone, so it looks okay.
Oh, I see. No, I always do mine on the headset.
All right. So yeah, anyway, so I like to, and then that's where I sing a lot when I'm walking, and it's a big area where you can walk right around this big lake in Nuremberg, and it's close to David's mum. And it's actually a lake, but it's also a river. And I noticed that people don't seem to go down to the river much. People seem to be mainly on the pathway where they're jogging or they're riding their skates, roller skates. People are hanging out, they're walking their dogs or the kids. But it's always mainly on the thoroughfare, which is where we walk. But we don't so often go off that. And I mean, well, I don't anyway. Somehow I just went down. I thought, okay, I'm just going to risk being strange in Germany, kind of thing. And I just went down to the river, right down to the river, and it was a totally different atmosphere. It was like so beautiful. It was so silent. It was just the river was flowing. There was under a tree. Back there, I could hear the movement and everything. But here, time is in a different dimension. And I sat there for a while. And then my mind came back in, and I realized, yeah, but look how dirty the river's getting. You know, like, oh, it's got polluted probably. And then that thought hit me. You know, it was like, it's not about. It's the flow. That's the key. There's something that the river does that actually physically describes something that's invisible. And it was obviously it was the flow, and it was there as a clue, and it was spelling it out for me. And then I left the river back on the pathway, thinking, close to the water, that's where I am. The river is my teacher. And that's where the song came.
But obviously it kind of became a metaphor for something about you, because you say, I am the river man.
I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I also say, I am the river man.
Yeah. Okay. So what does it mean to be a river person?
I don't really know. I don't even know where it came from. You know, like the whole song came from there. But the concept of being a river man. The next thing for me was playing it to one of my friends in Australia, and he reminded me of the Siddhartha book, and of course there's that whole paragraph a chapter on the ferryman at the end of his journey, that Hermann Hesse book. And so that, okay, I'm like a ferryman, and in a way, that's what I feel like. I kind of, with the music, I kind of ferry people across somewhere, you know, and they come and we go on this journey, and I'm just paddling the boat, you know, and the people are
transported.
Well, they're transported, but they're not. They don't come to. They might think they come to go, oh, isn't the ferryman such a nice guy, and isn't he got such a nice boat? Yeah. But the basic thing is that the ferryman is the one in service. Yeah. It's the ferryman who's you know, like me and David feel like we are musicians. There is a spiritual gathering in that town, and we are the musical facilitators for these people who come.
Absolutely. Well, you know, there's this. You know, I've only heard the song a few times because it's so newly out. But there's this point in it where you say, "I carry people across the river in twos and threes." Is that what is the word actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, I think that line. So many people can relate to that if they're doing massage or psychotherapy.
Ones and twos and threes.
Yeah, or writing books, or writing poetry, or you know, or making sculpture. It's like I'm here to offer you a ride to the other side. Yeah. But it's the other side that is your home, not my boat. Yeah.
Well, it may be the boat.
Yeah. Maybe.
It may be the boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
So what is it that we take away? And I realize what it is that we take away is stress. Just for those moments when people are with us and we're all in this boat together, nobody's stressing, nobody's thinking or feeling stress.
Well, that's particularly originally the purpose of mantra. If you keep repeating a mantra, there's not so much room to also think.
Yeah.
So it stops your mind.
And plus you're in a joyful, you're actually with a lot of people making harmony, you know, and singing together and having fun together and crying and opening up. The whole thing is going on in that boat. And then we're gone. See you, you know, like see you next year, we love you. And then we go to the next town and we go to the next country and it's the same gathering. It's always this thing of, oh, we're dropping our stress for a few hours. You can't, even if you want to hold on to it, and people of course come because bring your laughter and bring your tears and your busy lives and your careers and bring the pain you carried for years, all is welcome. You know, and that's what is happening around the music, and it's more profound as time goes by and more people understand what's happening, and we come together without a lot of explanation, and the new people can just get it.